The raids recently dropped for Ghost of Yotei Legends mode, and since I'm a gamer who knows what's best for you, I decided to put together a guide to help you defeat the two bosses in the raid, Lord Saito and the Dragon. Let's jump right into it. First, we're going to discuss the Dragon. He has a mechanic in his boss fight where pillars emerge from the ground and they create an area of effect that they explode in. This mechanic has two phases. Let's start with the first. In the first phase of this mechanic, the pillars will emerge from the ground with an AoE covering the entire level except for one spot. Typically, there won't be any enemies on the map at this time. What you and your squad want to worry about is finding a single patch of the level that is not covered in the pillar's AoE. That is where you and your team will huddle around to avoid the blast. It's very important that as soon as the pillars go up in this first phase, you are scanning the area, trying to find where you and your teammates will go. And once you find that area, quickly ping it on the map. In this clip, you'll notice when the first phase starts, we're scattered around and we actually start to attack the pillars, trying to defeat them and clear that area out in this first phase. This is a losing battle and something you should not do. In this clip, you'll notice that my teammate has lost track of us and the designated area we're supposed to be standing in. You need to be aware when the first phase starts. These clips will show you how you're supposed to handle the first phase of this encounter. Notice that in both clips we are looking around as soon as the pillars emerge from the ground, finding where our teammates are running to and where they're standing. More than likely they are going to be in that designated area already if they have stopped moving. During the second phase of this mechanic, instead of there being a designated area for you and your teammates to stand in, the area of effect for the pillars now cover the entire level. The key here is for you and your teammates to designate one pillar for you to attack to create a safe space for you until the blast goes off. In this clip here, you'll see me running around while the second phase is going on. Eventually I get to a pillar, but there's only one teammate attacking it. This is not enough damage. We do not create that safe space for our team, and then we are wiped. In this clip, you'll notice that our team has designated a pillar for us to attack. However, I go down at the beginning of the phase. Now, in this situation, you may not do enough damage to take that pillar out and create that safe space. So it's very important that you are up and the rest of your team is up during this phase. Here's a side-by-side comparison of 3 teammates attacking the pillar against 4 teammates attacking the pillar. In these last 2 clips, you'll notice that we have now designated a pillar. Everybody gets to that pillar in time. We all attack that pillar, and then we create that safe space so we can avoid the blast. And this is how you complete the pillars mechanic. The second mechanic in the dragon boss fight involves him marking you or your teammates with a dragon symbol over your head. Once you have that dragon symbol, then you are subjected to explosives raining down from the sky consistently on you. There are a few different ways to handle this mechanic. Let's go over the do's and the don'ts. In this first clip, what you're going to notice is once I get the mark above my head, I immediately panic and I start rolling. Do not do this. When you start rolling, you lose your momentum and the explosives are almost guaranteed to hit you. The next thing you want to avoid during this mechanic is running around without a plan. Things are going to get very hectic, very fast, because multiple people will have marks. Now, what you're going to notice in these next few clips is we are running around without a plan and we all have marks on our head. Now, what this does is it creates an entire level of explosives, and these are going to be coming from you and your teammates. So, without a plan of action on where each person will run, chaos will ensue. So it is very imperative that you do not run around the level, whether it's on the outside of the level, whether it's on the inside of the level. Do not just run around aimlessly. If you do this, you will run into your teammates' explosives or they will run into yours, and you are almost guaranteed to wipe. Now, there are a few options for you to avoid these explosions caused by the mark. One of the more low key ways to do this is becoming invisible from the shinobi. The shinobi can throw their cloud of smoke down and make you invisible, hence taking away your mark. In my experience, the best way to handle this mechanic is for you and your teammates to choose an area on the map once you get a mark. And once you have that mark, you simply run around in a tight circle. What this does is leaves a trail of explosions behind you and not in front of you. Now, if you and your teammates are in your designated areas, no one has to worry about being hit by their teammates' explosions. And there you have it. Those are the tips and tricks to get through the dragon boss fight in the Ghost of Yotei Legends raid mode.